Hey guys, it's Jenna from Activated Home. Figured it has been a while and I know some of you guys are still working out from home, so I wanted to upload some more workouts for you guys. So we're going to start off with our warm-up today. We're going to do a half kneeling hip flexor stretch. So we're going to come on down, make sure you have something to kneel on. Get my face in this. Alright, so one knee down, the other leg is out in front at about 90 degrees. We're really going to squeeze the glute of the leg that's back, as long as flex that quad of that leg that's back the whole time. And we're just going to push our hips forward and then release. We're going to do 30 seconds on one side and 30 seconds on the other. You guys can go ahead and begin. And keep that core nice and tight. Key here is not to really get a big stretch and lunge forward with your hips. It's all about really making sure that glute and that leg is tight the whole time and really getting that stretch in this leg, the back leg. Good. All right, and you guys can go ahead and switch. Excellent. Sure those glutes are nice and tight. All right, you guys can relax. We're going to do some hip bridges next. So you're going to be on your back. Feet flat on the ground. I'm going to go this way here. We're going to bridge up, core nice and tight, strong glute squeeze, and come back down. We're going to do this for 1 minute. You guys can go ahead and begin. No need to rush with these. Nice controlled pace. Excellent, guys. Make sure that core is nice and tight. Good. Excellent, guys. Keep that up. Squeeze those glutes. All right, you guys can relax. We have one more warm-up exercise we're going to do. It's called the cat-cow. We go from this angle here. We're going to be on your hands and knees. Take a nice deep breath in. Really round out that upper back. Try and tuck that chin as well. And then exhale. Lift up that chin and push down through the belly button. All right, we're going to do that for 1 minute. You guys can go ahead and begin. Again, nice and slow and controlled, no need to rush this. Good, guys. Excellent, keep that up. All right, you guys can relax. Go ahead and grab a drink. and then I'll get you guys started on your first circuit. All right, guys, welcome back. We are gonna start off with 2 different exercises. I'll walk you guys through them. And what we're gonna do is go through them 2 times with a minute to rest in between. Of course, by any means, if you wanna do 3 rounds on your own, please, please, please feel free. All right, so we're gonna start off today with a single arm or unilateral front raise. Ideally, I would suggest to have a light weight about 7.5 pounds or less. So if you don't have any weights, using a household object like a can or a bottle would work perfect for this. So we're gonna set up with feet right underneath our hips here. Nice tall posture, core is nice and tight, glutes are nice and tight, and my quads are nice and flexed. And I'm gonna have my palm face down as I bring my arm straight out in front. Nice slow and control with a pause and back down. We're going to do 1 minute on one side, 1 minute on the other. All right, we'll get started here in 3, 2, 1. Good. Really try and keep that body stable. Don't use momentum here. Nice pause at the top. Excellent, guys. Good. Again, no need to rush. Make sure that core is tight. Really help you give a nice base of support. Good. Hang in there, you guys got this. Excellent, guys. Less than 10 seconds. And time. Awesome job, guys. Shake that out. We're going to switch arms. Count you guys down. All right, we'll get started in 3, 2, 1. Good. Excellent, guys. Try not to lean when you bring your arm up. Again, stay nice and tall. Good, guys. Hang in there, halfway there. Looks good, guys. You got this. Almost there. Give me 10 more seconds. And time. Awesome job, guys. Next, we're going to either do squats, or if you want to make it a little more metabolic and you feel comfortable jumping, we can do jumping jacks, which looks like this. Pace is totally up to you. If you don't feel comfortable jumping or like a toe issue or whatever, we're going to do a squat jack. So what this looks like is we're going to start with in our squat stance. As we squat down, our hands are just going to come up above our head and then back. So that I can breathe and talk, I'm going to do a squat jack, but feel free, again, if you want to go a little more metabolic, to do jumping jacks. We're going to do this for 30 seconds. We'll get started in 3, 2, 1. And pace is also up to you if you're just doing squat jacks. You can still make these just as metabolic and go a little quicker pace. Now keep weight pretty much back in the heels, but we do want all 3 points of contact with the feet on the floor if you're doing your squat jacks. Almost there, guys. And time. Awesome job, guys. 1 minute to rest, and we will start back up from the top. So go ahead and grab a drink, and I'll see you guys back here. All right, guys, welcome back. We're going to start back up with our front raise for 1 minute. So go ahead and grab your dumbbell or household object. All right, we'll get started in 3, 2, 1. Remember, feet about shoulder width apart. Arm only has to go about shoulder height, no higher. If you can't go about shoulder height, that might indicate that your weight is a little too heavy, or there could be other issues. Try and drop down one weight, or try body weight, see if you can get your shoulder or your arm to go that high. Good job, guys. Nice, slow, and controlled here. Good. Keep that core tight. 20 more seconds. Excellent, guys. You got this. Almost there. And time. Shake that out. We're going to switch arms. I'll count you guys down. All right, we'll get started in 3, 2, 1. Good job, guys. You got it. Hang in there. Nice, slow, and controlled. Good. Halfway there. Excellent, guys. Keep this up. Give me 10 more seconds. And time, guys. Awesome job. Shake that out. We're going to do our squat jacks or jumping jacks. Totally up to you. You choose. Again, if you don't feel comfortable jumping, squat jacks are fine. We'll do this for 30 seconds, and we'll get started in 3, 2, 1. And as always, for either jumping jacks or squats, pace is totally up to you guys. Good job, guys. Almost there. And time. Awesome job, guys. Shake that out. 1 minute to rest. We're going to move on to our second set of exercises, or second circuit. So I'll meet you guys back here. All right, guys, welcome back. We're going to start back up with our second set of exercises. First thing we're going to do is a hip bridge march. So I want to explain to you how we want this to look. You're going to set up on your back in a hip bridge position. What we're going to do is bridge our hips up. And however high that position is for you, I want you to maintain that hip height the whole time. Meanwhile, we're going to go heels on the ground. Toes are going to point up off the ground the whole time. From this position, we're going to march, bring our heel up off the ground, and come back down. Main takeaway, like I said, is to ideally keep those hips as high as they started, and try not to let them kind of wobble or anything, or sag as well. All right, we're going to do this for 1 minute. If that's challenging for you, I'd like you to just hold this hip bridge position with those heels up, heels on the ground and toes up, okay? All right, we'll get started in 3, 2, 1. If this seems easy for you, and the hip height is good, and the hips aren't wobbling much. You can try and get the knee closer to your chest. But again, really focus on keeping those hips stable and high. Don't need to go fast here. Keep that core tight. Good job, guys. Looks good. You guys got this. Squeeze that core, squeeze those glutes. Almost there. And time. Awesome job, guys. Shake that out. Next, we're going to do a core exercise. There are two different ways you can do this. First option is a little easier. We're going to do something called a hollow body hold. So, starting with back on the ground, knees bent. I'm going to lift my shoulder blades and my head off the ground, as well as my arms and hands, and I'm just going to hold this position for a minute. Next way you can set up, which is a little more challenging, is legs straight up, arms straight up, and then I'm going to bring my head, my tailbone, and my shoulder blades all off the ground. If this isn't challenging, you can kind of start to bring arms and legs out away from each other at the same distance and hold that. We're going to try to hold this for a minute, but of course at any point if you need to kind of come down and reset, that's totally fine. Alright, we'll get started in 3, 2, 1. Make sure those shoulder blades stay off the ground. Even if that tailbone is just slightly off the ground, that's okay. And this tends to get a lot of people in the neck, so really try and tuck your chin, look straight ahead at your thighs. That helps me a lot. Excellent, guys. You got this. Halfway. You guys got this. Give me 15 more seconds. Almost there. Hang in there. And time. Awesome job, guys. Shake that out. 1 minute to rest. We're going to do these two exercises again. So I will meet you back here after you guys grab a drink. All right, guys, welcome back. We're going to start back up with our hip bridge march for 1 minute. So go ahead and get set up, and I will count you guys down. All right, we'll get started in 3, 2, 1. So remember, bridge those hips up as high as you can. Heels are on the ground, toes are up. And really try and keep those hips stable and as high as you can. No rush here. Squeeze those glutes, flex those quads. Core is nice and tight. Excellent, guys. Hang in there. Fifteen more seconds. And time. Awesome job, guys. Shake that out. We're going to do our hollow body hold next. Remember, knees can be bent or straight. Whatever way you would like to challenge yourself. All right, we'll get started in 3, 2, 1. Remember, shoulder blades up, tailbone up, head is up, off the ground, and and we're just going to hold this position. Really tuck that chin, belly button the spine here. Excellent, guys. You guys got this, halfway there. Just keep breathing. Fifteen more seconds. And time, guys. Awesome job. Shake that out. You guys have 1 minute to rest, and then I'll see you guys back here for our last circuit for today. All right, guys, welcome back. We are going to finish up with one round for today, again, due to time. So if you ever want to add more than one round to this or any of the circuits, please feel free. Last thing we're going to do today before we cool down is a deadlift to hammer curl. So if you have kind of a semi-medium heavy weights, this would be good for that. What we're going to do is start nice and tall, core nice and tight. We're going to come down, deadlift, stand tall, and do a hammer curl to pretty much right where our shoulders are, elbows are nice and tight, and back down and do it again. Again, if you want, or maybe you don't have medium-ish heavy weights, we can go a little quicker, pick up the pace here to make it a little more challenging, get that heart rate going. All right, we're going to do this for 1 minute. We'll get started in 3, 2, 1. Good job, guys. Last thing you're doing for your workout. You got it. That core tight. And strong glute squeeze at the top. Looks good, guys. Hang in there. More seconds. Almost there. And time. Awesome job, guys. Shake that out. Grab a drink if you need it. We're going to cool down. So I'll see you back here in a second. All right, guys. Awesome job today. We are going to cool down, and we're going to start off with a butterfly stretch. So, seated nice and tall, feet together, and bring them in as close as you feel the most stretch. If you want to lean into it, you can. We're going to do this for 1 minute. You can either hold, in which I have you guys on the clock. We're going to hold this position. You can hold this position, or you can kind of lean in and lean out of it. Whatever really talks to you. Totally up to you. It is okay if the background's out a little bit here. Find where you get the most stretch. Very good, guys. Remember to breathe in and out, nice and controlled. Let that heart rate come back down. All right, you guys can relax. Next, we're going to go into a goalie stretch. This one, though, I do want to stay in that position and not rock back in and out of more stretch. I get more of a stretch on my inner thighs. So I'm going to get you guys on the clock here. Find what talks to you. And once you find that position, I do want you to hold it. I don't want you guys to rock in and out of this. Continue to breathe nice and deep, in and out. Let that heart rate continue to fall. Good job, guys. Haven't noticed already, if you have sensitive knees, I really don't, but I could use a little more cushion, so feel free to get a pillow or something under each knee here. It is a weird kind of pressure on the inside of those knees. All right, you guys can stand on up. We have one more pull down exercise. It's called Stir the Soup. So I like to go feet a little bit wider than my hips here. I'm going to go from this angle. Bending at your waist. Ideally, legs are going to stay locked out. If you need to bend them a little bit, that's okay. You're going to bend at the waist. It's okay if that back rounds out. And you're just going to let those arms kind of dangle and move freely to whatever talks to you. I'm going to set you guys up on the clock starting now. And I will let you guys know when the minute's almost up, so that way you guys can slowly make your way up from this position. That way you guys don't get a head push. Alright? Good job, guys. All right, you guys can slowly kind of crawl and make your way back up. Stand nice and tall, let that blood flow back down. And once you do, you guys are all done for the day. Awesome job. Thanks so much for watching. And I hope you guys enjoy.